What's up, boys? Got some more NBA player props for you guys today on prizepicks. If you guys are already on prizepicks, I highly recommend joining. Great website for player props. I use it all the time. It's awesome. It matches your first deposit up to $100 when you guys sign up using code DOMG right there. 100% deposit match up to $100. Use code DOMG when you guys sign up for prizepicks. The link is in my description. Highly recommend joining that. But yeah, we're talking about some NBA player props tonight. We got a 9-game slate. Pretty solid slate. But before we go any further, two more things to talk about here. If you guys are interested, join the Patreon. $10 a month. A bunch of you guys have already subscribed. You guys get my daily picks every single day, whether that's NFL or NBA. And yeah, I definitely recommend joining. $10 a month. And yeah, definitely recommend joining that if you guys are interested. And then the free Discord is also in my description if you guys are interested in joining that. That link is in my description. And then make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. Really does help me out. But we're keeping it nice and short today. So just in the description, prize picks link, Patreon link, Discord link, all in the description. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. So let's go ahead, though, and talk about some of these player props today. 9-game slate, there's pretty good ones. I like a lot of the points today, I feel like. Not so much some other ones. I'm getting this video out early today. I haven't really taken too much of a look at rebounds and assists. I've looked at a lot at points and 3 points made. Kind of like a lot of them today. So let's go ahead and talk about the main one. Obviously, right off the bat, we're going to go with this all the time, man. Jarrett Allen, 16.5 points. I believe he's hit 9 out of his last 10. Don't quote me on that, but I believe he has. But he needs 17 points against the Miami Heat today to hit this. He's had 19, 21, 13, 25, and 17 in his last 5, averaging about 19. So this line should be a lot higher, I feel like, considering how he's done lately. So let's take a look at some of these, though. So NBA daily lineups, let's take a look at this real quick. So 7 o'clock tonight, they have nobody questionable, so that's awesome. It is a really low over-under, which is kind of not good. But the spread's 5.5, so it shouldn't hopefully be a blowout. No Jimmy Butler, though, so that's something to note. But yeah, Jarrett Allen starting at center, going against the Miami Heat. Let's take a look at what the Miami Heat are doing against centers. So Miami Heat, they're a little bit on the harder side for matchups, but I'm just going to keep riding Jarrett Allen until he fails me. So he's only done that once in his last like 10. So they made 15.6 points tonight, really. So number 5 doesn't agree with me. It's a tough matchup. I'm still going to go with him, man. I feel like I really am. I don't think there's a reason for me not to. Just considering his hit rate, I think I'm going to take a chance on it and either way. So, yeah, I'm liking Jarrett Allen tonight for points. Number 5 and the matchup do not agree with me, though. So, maybe take that into account when locking your entries in tonight. But let's take a look at an under now. Let's take a look at... who do I actually want to take a look at? We'll take a look at Al Horford at 12.5. Going against Milwaukee today, 4 out of 5 hit rate in his last 5, 11.6 in his last 5 he's averaging. Unders usually, you know, gonna be a sweat. They always are, but I feel like they kind of hit a little bit more. But 9, 11, 7, 21, and 10 in his last 5. He went over against Utah though. So let's take a look at the Celtics tonight. I believe they're going against Milwaukee Bucks. They are. So 1.5 point spread, 220 over under. So it's kind of a high over under and a pretty close spread. So maybe. It's not exactly what we want when we're looking for an under, but we'll see how power forwards are against the Bucks. He also kind of a center though, so yeah, the Bucks are kind of in the middle of the road, a little bit on the easier side. Let's take a look at center though. So I feel like he'll be filling in at center a lot, and they're one of the harder matchups for centers. So if he might be starting a power forward, but he's gonna get a lot of playing time at center, so he's kind of in between the two. So I don't really know. It's kind of hard to kind of get a matchup right there, but. Let's take a look at what number 5 says for Al Horford. They like him at 11.7, so they like him on the under by just a little bit. But considering his hit rate in his last 5, I think I'd probably take a chance on Al Horford on the under. That's probably what I'm going to go ahead and do. So, yeah, Al Horford on the under is a play that I'm liking today. So that's 2 out of the way. We'll take a look at rebounds and assists after. But 3 points made, there's a lot of value in here, I feel like. We take a look at Sabonis. Number 5 doesn't have any projections for 3-point made, but he's had 1, 2, 0, 0, and 2. You're kind of taking a shot. It's almost like flipping a coin, but he is going against Golden State. We'll take a look at it, but I don't know. Sometimes with those like half a point props, you're kind of flipping a coin, but Sabonis starting power forward going against Golden State. Let's see how they're allowing 2 3 points made. Golden State, they're actually allowing the 3rd most 3 points made to power forwards. I think he might get some action at center though, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but they're about kind of in the middle on the harder side for centers 3 points made. So I don't know. Maybe he does get that three-pointer today against Golden State. They're allowing a lot to the power forward, so if he gets a lot of playing time at power forward, maybe that's something good. But 3-point spread, which is nice, and 213 over/under. We'll see if Curry breaks that record tonight. We'll see. I think he needs, what, 6 more? I think that might be wrong. I'm not sure how many more he needs. But his line is at 6 right now. So 3, 6, 7, 5, and 6 in his last 5. So, what else do we want to take a look at? Brogdon, 2, 1, 0, 1, and 1. He's only hit once in his last 5. He did hit against Dallas, but we'll take a look at that as well. Brogdon, point guard. It's going against Curry. But see how Golden State is allowing threes. Yeah, they're actually one of the harder ones against threes. Maybe this is one to take Brogdon on the under, man. They're allowing the 6th. Yeah, the 6th least amount of 3 points made to point guards. And Brogdon has not been on a very good streak. He did hit last time, but I don't know. Maybe he does go on the under today. But like I said, there's a lot of value in this 3-point made, I feel like, today. I think there's a lot of good ones. But maybe even Miles Turner, man. 3, 3, 0, 3, and 3. But if we did take a look at... did we? Turner, centers, 3 points made? I think we did, and they were 0.93, right? Yeah. So I don't know, maybe that's what you want to take a shot on as well, but he doesn't need to make that, and he's a center, so I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and place an entry on that, but let's take a look at assists. I know a lot of people have been taking, this is one that I have been liking a lot. He's hit 4 out of his last 5. He did miss against Memphis, but I took him against Milwaukee. He had 9. He hit that pretty freaking easily. But 3, 9, 5, 7, and 4. He's been pretty good in his last 5 and beyond that. But let's take a look at that game here. So the Rockets, power forward going against Atlanta. Let's see what they're allowing here. Power forwards assists against Atlanta. They're about in the middle. 3.74 is what they're allowing. Let's take a look at Tate's assists here. This is one I might be taking. I did not take him last time, thankfully, but they have him at 3.4, so they like him on the under by 0.1 assists. So, I don't know. Maybe he does hit the under, maybe he does hit the over. He's got a pretty good hit rate in his last 5. I have to take a look at what's happened before that Memphis game, but maybe that is a pretty good one to take. Middle of the road matchup. I don't really hate it, so I think it could be a pretty decent one for Tate today on the over 4 assists. So, what else do we want to take a look at here? Assists. I know a lot of people taking Bradley Beal. He's been on an off streak, so I don't really want to touch him. He was really good beginning of the season assist-wise, and now he's just flopped. So, Jokic is just one that's had a really good couple stretches. He's had 5, 15, 11, 10, and 8, which is kind of weird coming from Jokic, I feel like. But let's take a look at where are we at here. Jokic, center, going against Washington. 216 over under, which is pretty good, and a 4-point spread. We'd love to see it. Is there any big spreads tonight? Oh, the Houston-Atlanta game. That's really the only one I'd be worried about a blowout in, but it's still a high over-under, so maybe there's a lot of points scored in this one. Maybe that could be a good game for overs, but at the same time, you got to pay attention to that spread, so I don't know. But 227 over-under is really high. So is there any other good ones while we're here? 227, 221, Sacramento and Toronto maybe? Oh, I want to take a look at Scotty Barnes' assists, or rebounds too. But let's hop back to Jokic here. So center going against Washington, I believe I said. Washington, they're about in the middle of the road. 3.4 is what they are averaging right there for center assists. But you can't really pay attention to the number. I mean, Jokic has been destroying teams. So maybe that is one you guys want to go ahead and take a look at. We'll take a look at the where he's at for assists. They have a 7.8 assists, so they have him under by 0.2. I'm not sure if I'd touch this. I feel like this is a good one to push, and I know a lot of people don't like pushes, but I don't know. Maybe that's one you kind of just want to fade right there. But I forgot about Scotty Barnes, man. He had a really good last game. Yeah, he had 15 last game. 15, 8, 6, 7, and 7. Pretty sure he was at 7 against the Knicks. I took him on the over. He killed that. Or maybe it was OKC. No, I think it was against the Knicks. I took his. Yeah, it was 3 days ago. I'm pretty sure I took his over on 7 rebounds right there. But 15, 8, 6, 7, 7. I'm not sure if I like it as much as 7.5. It's a lot less safe. But we'll take a look at it here. 5-point spread, 221. Small forward going against the Kings. They're allowing a lot of rebounds, aren't they? No, not really. 6.97. Probably just going to fade this one. We'll take a look at Scotty Barnes, though, for rebounds here. Scotty Barnes, they have an 8.4 rebounds, actually. So they're like I'm on the over by quite a bit. Yeah, Scotty Barnes. Huh. So the matchup and the projections don't actually add up. We'll see. I got to take a look at past matchups and stuff, too. Recording this video before I make any final entries or anything. I'm trying not to make entries until like closer to game time now because of injuries, last minute outs. Like that Bulls game the other day, man. Lonzo got screwed on his assists. He needed 5.5, and DeRozan and Caruso got ruled out the last second. I think it was DeRozan and someone else got ruled out the last second, and he missed his assist prop. I feel like he would have hit it with DeRozan, but there's a bunch of different stuff that happens right before game time. Not a big fan of locking in entries like this early, so I definitely haven't yet. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video, man. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, if anyone is new, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications. The Patreon link, the Prize Picks link, and the Discord are all in the description. Definitely join those if you guys are interested. But that's pretty much gonna do it, man. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.